Hi, I'm so sorry that I can't be there in person today, but I am here live for you, and I want you to know that I'm always here available for you as a support person, as somebody that you can reach out to about what I'm about to share with you. You see, about 4 years ago, I decided to jump into the entrepreneurial world. I had worked for 40 years in the regular 9 to 5, and it was great, and my bills were paid, and life was okay. But there was something missing. And if that's you, maybe that's why you're sitting in that chair where you are. You're looking for that thing that lights you up every single day. When I went to get my job, they paid me a salary. And I was so happy to have a salary so that I could pay my bills and my mortgage and my car and my phone. But what it wasn't doing for me was just firing that passion all the time, that thing that we want inside of us that lights us up. When we figure out how to monetize our passion, that's when it really comes to light. And Ken Krell does this better than anybody I know. He actually finds that profit that is hidden in our businesses and brings it to light. And he has a passion to help us do live events and teach us how to do it the right way. But you will notice from the very beginning that Ken is super committed to his purpose of helping other people. That's what he does. These pride events that he's on, these events that he runs. So wouldn't it be cool to work with Ken to leverage his expertise and his time and his efforts for all these years into a condensed period of time, a package that you can just invest in? A lot of times in business, we say it's not about the money. I don't, because you don't want to look like it's all about the money for you. But the whole thing of it is when I took that job, it was about the money. But then when we get into our passion and we're doing it, we say it's not about the money because we're so heart-centered people. We're such heart-centered people that we want it to be about serving and how we help others. But what Ken does is show us how to monetize it. So listen in really, really close to what he's sharing. Take great notes, but don't just take great notes. As we all know, you've heard it before, we have to take action on what it is we're learning and get out there and do it. And a lot of times, like me, if you were like me, I left that 9 to 5 job and dove into entrepreneurship. And at first, I was paying out for a coach or a program or that, and the money was there. And before I knew it, the money wasn't there. And then in my personal savings, I started to pull. And before I knew it, I was investing in a higher end coach because I knew they could take me where I wanted to go. But what happened when I did that is I tanked my credit a little bit. And then I said, oh no, what have I done? Because I actually took out credit cards, 6 of them, and they went to 24 to 26%. I didn't know what I was doing. And once you learn, you do differently. So that's why I'm here talking to you, so you don't make the mistakes that I made and that I can maybe save you some time, money, and headache. I am a CEO funding partner with 7 Figures Funding. When I needed funding, I went to Google. And I don't know who I got, but I got someone who told me that my credit score would go up when I worked with them. Dropping 70 points on my credit score is not going up. But I never got the same person on the line to complain to or to go back to, and they weren't even there the next time. So when I was 3 days away from bankruptcy, I said, how am I going to do this differently? I want to be in business. Who here wants to be in business? Who here wants this? Who here knows that there's something inside of you that this is what you want to do, that you finally found it? But you step back sometimes because the funds aren't necessarily right there for you. I can help you with that piece. 7 Figures Funding has been around for a while, and the way that it was created is what excites me, because Leo Cannell tried to get the funding for his business in 7 months. They put in all the paperwork and they did everything they were supposed to do to try to get the small business loan. And when it came down to the day, they said, we're so sorry, we're not going to be able to fund this. Well, that was devastating. They were planning on a huge expansion. And when you go to a bank, did you know that every time you go to a bank to apply, it's actually a hard hit on your credit? So if you go to this bank over here on this side of the town and they say no, and then you go here and you go here and you go here and you're like, I'm going to do this no matter what, I'm just going to keep going, you're actually hurting yourself to continue to get hard credit pulls on your credit, and you're actually putting yourself into a place of not being able to be funded. Wouldn't that be good information to know? So in the short time that I have here with you, I just want to share, there's a solution for you. You don't have to go to strangers. You don't have to worry about the SBA, which only 5% of the people are actually getting those approved and qualified and through. And you don't have to go to banks. You can fill out the application with us. It's a 90-second or less application because we're partnered with Experian. And so it's a soft pull credit. It does not hit your credit to apply. Every underwriter underwrites and looks and writes them all at 0% to see what they can do for you. Not everybody qualifies. Some people qualify. I can tell you, if you're a 650 in credit score or a FICO score and above, and you don't have negatives, there's a very good chance, but there's so many factors into it. I don't get into that piece. I let the funding specialists and the funding experts take care of that. What I do is I connect you with the right people. And Ken has a link, and I'm sure that his team is going to drop it right after I'm done talking. And you fill it out, and here is what is amazing. I have never in my life really put my name behind something that I believe in more than I do this. We have funded over $500 million and thousands of entrepreneurs just like you and just like me. And the first time that I applied, because of the situation I put myself in, I didn't get qualified. But then I got a funding specialist, and 24 hours later, I'm on the phone with them and they're saying, this is what you need to do. Step 1, step 2, step 3. I did exactly what they said. It lowered my debt to loan ratio. I then got the next email that said, congratulations, you're qualified. We're going to be able to fund you. That was great. At 0% for 15 to 20 months. I took that money and I paid off those credit cards that were paying 24 to 26% and took care of that. Then I could breathe. I could go to bed and say, okay. So the next time that I was with somebody like Ken, or a program that I knew was going to accelerate it for me, accelerate my results, and I could see myself working with this person over the next 6 months or a year, I wanted to do it. I had the funding to be able to make that decision. And it didn't put a strain on my partnership with my husband, because we had already talked about it. When that money came in, it went into a different bucket. I just want you to know there's a solution. As a CEO funding partner, I believe in us with all our heart. We have a 4.9 out of 5 stars with current clients just going through this process. Now, if your credit score, you're sitting there and you're thinking, that's great, Margie, but you know what? My credit score is so low. In fact, mine is like down to 520. No problem. We have something that's a college prep. It's called Prep My Credit. I can provide a link to you, and you can look at the video and you can get your credit back on track where it needs to be so that you can get funded. And why would we want to do that? Because we want you funded and we're synchronized together. This Prep My Credit and 7 Figures funding. so that we can get you on the path, so that you can get the programs you want, do what it is you want to do in life, and take your life to the next level. Knowing that your purpose is so much bigger than your fear, and monetizing it and getting into the groove and being consistent and building your life around your non-negotiables. How you spend your mornings, and then how you build your business and how you build your life. I want what's best for you. That's why I'm sharing this with you today. I know they're going to share a link with you, and here's what it is. It is no charge to you and no risk. You're simply finding out what's available to you, what options are available to you. And you're going to get a funding specialist, the same person assigned to you. If you need to go into, if they say, we're sorry, you need to go into the prep college, we can talk about that. You can let Ken know, or you can reach out to his team and they'll reach out to me. I can help you do that. It's not hundreds and thousands of dollars that you never see again. We actually do it for $119.99 a month, and we're synchronized so that when you get funded, we actually deduct that from that and give you your money back, so it ends up not costing you. I just want you to know, if you're really ready to take this on, if you're really ready to move the needle, if you're thinking that the time is now, timing is everything, and maybe this is your time. Maybe this is your time to grab hold of this and dive in and commit. You need to, 1, make a decision. You need to 2, commit. And number 3, it's not about massive action. It's about focused, intentional action. I will argue the massive action all day. Because when you can take focused, intentional action and do task after task, that's when you're going to succeed. And when you have a coach on your side that's showing you what to do and step by step, that's when you're going to succeed faster. I want that for you. Any program that you want to dive into accelerates your growth. Accelerate your growth. It really doesn't matter what anybody else does. It only matters what you do. And I just wanted to let you know what's available to you, because you deserve to know, just like I deserve to know. And oh, by the way, when my 0% financing was up, I just reset it. There's so many options for you. I wish you all the best. I love you. I'm sorry I couldn't be there in person, and I hope this was helpful. You guys have a great day, and please check out 7 Figures Funding. Bye.